This NFL Week 10 recap and Monday Night Football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN. Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money Green, with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer? Dog.
Sound like you've been into some stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, Sean.
Had a lot of cocktails, a lot of various fried meats and cheeses. I'm pretty hammered. Was traveling all day, watching NFL football, sweating out NFL football to get to Green Bay to get ready for the Eagles takeover of Lambeau Field. No, it was it was a fun day, but a long day. Drank a lot, had a lot of food, a lot of cocktails, a lot of drinks, and yeah, it's a long day. How you doing, Kramer?
Are the Midwest people as nice as they say?
Yes, 100%.
How is also? How is the weather?
Well, when I was in Pennsylvania, we described this weather as brick. Like, hey,
brick?
Yeah. You want to go outside and smoke some nugs? It's cold as brick right now. that was the term, and it still applies here. It's very cold outside, but that's why I have some cocktails. You got a bunch of Eagles related layers. And yes, the people are very friendly, to the point where they try and talk shit, but they can't help but be friendly. They're like, "Oh, your first time in Green Bay. Hey, oh, you got to hit up McSorley's and then McShanahan's, and oh, hey, hit up here. They got the best roast beef, and oh, don't you know they got great cheese curds here. Oh, hey, have fun at the game, eh? And go Pack go." And then I just want to tell them, eat shit and die, go Birds. And they don't. It's hard. I can't be mean to these people. I want to be mean to them, but they're so friendly, and everything they love is beer, football, and cheese. Like, literally, the guy we were talking to had a shirt that just said, "I love beer, football, and cheese." So it was hard to be really mad at them. But you know, we're finding a way.
There is a certain community element that hasn't been lost from the Midwest. They just want to show you their cool house or their cool neighborhood or their cool restaurant.
Hey, look. There's people living right over there across from the stadium, and they got a big photo of Vince Lombardi painted on their fence. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that is cool. I mean, I'm not even joking. It's the small town vibe meets NFL stadium, and I didn't realize this, Ryan. And I'm blanking on the username that sent it in, and people have sent me recommendations. Appreciate it. I've already checked out a couple spots, but they call it the Lambeau Atrium, which is basically there's a bunch of beer, a bunch of bars and grills inside Lambeau that's open not during game day. So we went to a bar and grill near Lambeau, and then we went to a bar in Lambeau that you could go to a bar inside Lambeau during non-Lambeau hours, which was it's fun. And shout out to Lambeau. It's already, I haven't been inside yet officially to a seat, but the fact that it's just open and that they have bars inside of it is just, it's awesome. It's really is a great football experience, and I'm already having a ton of fun.
Have you eaten anything you wish you hadn't eaten? I know the cheese and the meat can catch up with you.
No. Okay. It was I'm trying to think what I had. Well, I always love a good fried chicken sandwich. That was awesome. Some great fries, some sort of rosemary cheese curds. That was awesome. Then I think my buddy Justin got some sort of prime rib steak sandwich, maybe some fried pickles. I don't know. It's all just I feel like it's a town that just survives on bar food, and it's amazing.
People coming through, just watching football game, getting some rations at the local pub and moving on.
No, well, Yeah, there was some Packers fans trying to get a Go Pack Go. I screamed EAGLES, got that going, and a woman just like politely covered up my face. She didn't want to hear it. Wasn't very aggressive. They're just so nice in their shit talking. It's a very funny dynamic.
Well, just be careful. The Midwestern folk have strong grip, so if they get their hands on you, it might be difficult to get out.
Not trying to fight any of them hand to hand comment.
Sounds like it. Sounds like that could possibly happen.
Again, going back to the guy's T-shirt that he pointed out multiple times that just said beer, cheese, and football. Yeah, hard not to like this town and the people that inhabit it. That being said, tomorrow's a business trip and we're going to war.
Nice business trip and war.
Yes. War is a business trip if you think about it, Ryan. We got some NFL.
Not for props. The people going, but yeah, I hear you.
No, war is your business if you're a gladiator, and I like to consider myself a NFL gladiator. Kramer, we got some people to shove in some lockers. Of course, I think the phone line's open. We'll try and take some calls. Obviously, I'm remote and I've been drinking, so we'll do our best to accommodate you on the Discord line. Some winners, some losers on the NFL slate. Started out with some wins, some close losses, some totally wrongs. Felt like a hybrid here. Still not a great week for our Circuit Million, Circuit Survivor. I saw Ryan O'Flanagan checking in. Ryan, he apologized for the Carolina Panthers. Our last entry in Circuit Survivor has been eliminated. When we were talking with Daps, to me, and he brought up the Jags, that to me was like a legit other team I'd consider. I guess to me, the only other one that we even discussed was maybe the Ravens, but it was like save it for other weeks. Where are you at with our Circuit Survivor now that we are officially totally cooked?
Well, one, it sounds like the Grandissimo, which is down to 6 entries.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's behind the scenes negotiations. Possibly. It sounds like a decent chunk of the group would like to talk about maybe a chop over $1 million each. So that's pretty nice. But I mean, look, we did talk about the Ravens. I did bring up the Ravens, but at the end of the day, it was easy to say, I guess we saved them for the holidays. They're an available team there. And yeah, I mean, Jags, to me, as much as I like the Jags and as much as that was a great spot, had you told us the score at the start of the fourth quarter, I would be like, yeah, let's go. But it was still a road game against the Texans, weird divisional spot. Flowchart still kind of exists, hasn't been completely burned. And the Panthers did exactly what potentially could have happened, which is play a garbage game where Chris Olave had a couple big plays down the field. There were a couple advantageous plays for the Saints. And Bryce Young sucks.
Yeah, no, I mean, we stared down at it was 0-10 straight up. 0-10 ATS is a favorite. We mentioned it. We highlighted it. I thought they'd be able to squeeze out a win against Tyler Shuck making his second start on the road.
Horrible.
And then we see a ton of Taysom Hill. But again, it was just this Panthers team. They're dog shit. And that's, I guess, it's Survivor, right? You're always going to get snake bitten by some team you didn't see coming, but this highlights what's kind of fun and awesome, equal parts awesome about the NFL and super frustrating is there are teams that just completely shit the bed, even as someone who's watching the NFL for a ton of years. And Kramer, hats off to you. You were on the Dolphins and the points on our show, but you didn't have a money line dog. I don't think you thought they were going to win outright. I picked the Bills because I thought, hey, the Bills always kind of own the Dolphins. This is a decent enough spot for them. But for them to lose by the amount they lost in the fashion they lost, never could have seen it coming. So
I think where I was 100% right was the handicap. I said it's going to be Devin Achan. It's why I called out the ladder.
You cashed that ladder, which was
nice. My God, dude. And not only that, but shout out to places down near the equator. They actually offered a higher ladder. I ended up with 174 yards as the highest thing I played. And so really, even though I went 1 and 2 in my locks, did hit the dog with the Jets. It was kind of a middling weekend, 3 and 4 with the paper tickets out in Vegas, but it was like hitting a first touchdown of the Super Bowl. It rendered the rest of the day irrelevant because I hit this. You know how it is late at night. You're scrolling through the betting account. It's like, I laddered Achan. I like the 2 touchdown. Let me put that together. Let me do a little of this. And so some of the places close to the equator, including my bookie, they kind of limit you on aggregate. You can bet so much into the Devin Achan 2 touchdown market, even if it's same game parlays and stuff. And so pretty much maxed myself out on the ladder and the 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I was. And in hindsight, when CJ and I were talking about it this morning on the pregame show, we were discussing the weather and how the reports were coming out about how humid it was. I had earlier that day, I had talked to my wife about how when she landed in Florida, how disgustingly humid it was. And I don't know if that mattered, but it definitely it allowed the Bills to look like ass again. I mean, Josh Allen just did so many Josh Allen things in this game. The play that epitomized it.
Tush push was hilarious.
Well, I figured out why they like it when the Bills do it, because it's called the snowplow. Who doesn't like a good snowplow? I mean, it's just they got a better name for it. Maybe it's just
that's
marketing.
Probably it.
But that play where Josh Allen like broke 4 tackles, carried 2 dudes on his back, only to have Minka Fitzpatrick punch it out at the end. That was just so like funny. Peak Josh Allen. And you know, again, I don't know what's wrong with this team. Clearly, they thought they needed a receiver. I don't know if you saw the report, Sean. They went after Waddle really hard, offering a first rounder. And Kincaid matters. He leaves the game, and that really destroyed whatever chances they had. Tough for your 2 touchdown bet.
Kincaid 2 touchdown. Jackson Hawes got 1. I mean, it was just I thought they'd be able to throw on the Bills or on the Dolphins, and clearly I was wrong. This is it. The Dolphins are in an interesting spot now, because maybe they keep Mike McDaniel, right? Like everyone was trying to run him out of town. But
I said that leading up to the game too. I had read the stuff that was like, basically they clearly are cool with him. Beat reporters who were around the team for a while basically said when they fired the GM, like, hey, there might have been a vote of confidence in Mike McDaniels here. This might have been I'm choosing one of you, and I'm choosing the coach, and to have that followed up with a huge win, it looks good for Mike McDaniel. Also, the locker room clearly hadn't quit on. Like, there's so many things where it's like, oh, interesting. So interesting second half of the year for the Dolphins for sure.
So what's great about the NFL? No one's as bad or as good as you would think. All right, we'll recap all the games. Get to our Monday night props. First up, we got the Denver Broncos. I mean, go back to Thursday night. Denver Broncos 10, Raiders 7. There was a stat that there was more penalties than first downs. This was just a completely ugly game. But also, as someone who was laying the points with the Broncos, they had so many chances to cover this spread fairly easily. The Raiders fire their special teams coach after this game, which is
that was kind of problem.
Insane because that was the biggest advantage they had during that game, right? I mean, the Broncos like 2 horrible, or it was 2 or 3 horrible muff punts, and then the Raiders awesome punts, especially early in that first half. That was the difference in the game. And again, like Bo Nix just continues to struggle. Like they have a very good offensive line, defense really pretty good. And whatever it is, I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, whether it's play calling, confidence, whatever. But like last year, they were moving the pocket for Bo Nix, setting. It's funny to watch Ryan on stream just destroy multiple LaCroix.
I just popped another one.
I know. I saw the back-to-back. Just Bo Nix, they were able to move the pocket, and that's what was appealing about him, was move the pocket, throw the ball downfield. But also, that being said, like they have a crazy win-loss record right now, especially if you consider they lost. One of their losses is that Colts game where the Colts missed the field goal and then got the leverage play. So I don't know what to make of this Broncos team. Like I don't want to, I want to get off the Broncos wagon, but also I feel like the market's going to get off the Broncos wagon, and maybe there's a good price to be found later on because this team finds ways to win. Where are you at with the Broncos, Ryan?
They have a lot of losable games coming. I mean, they still play the Chiefs twice. I think stock's high right now. So if you do want to back the Broncos, really? I think you don't think so?
I think the stock's incredibly low. Like I think everyone's talking shit on the Broncos. No one watched that Thursday night game and was like, yeah, the Broncos. I like this Broncos team.
Sure, but I don't think it's going to get like, so they have winnable games against so after the Chiefs coming up, they have winnable games against the Commanders and Raiders, but then they play the Packers, Jags, and Chiefs again. And so I don't know. To me, I think in reference to their division, like to the TMZ fan, you look at the standings, they're still up on the division. There's still record wise, like optimism there. And so, yeah, I guess certain parts of certain people are killing them, but also if we look back in this weekend in incompleteness with all the eggs laid, the Broncos squeaking out a gross win on Thursday night doesn't seem all that horrible. Now the Bo Nix discourse, I think, is coming back to earth a little bit, but all in all, they still are atop their division and they're still kind of near the top of the conference.
Yeah. I mean, it's this weird middle ground where no one, again, I don't hear many people saying positive stuff about the Broncos, and yet they're 8-2 and the Chiefs are 5-4, and the Chiefs are the odds-on favorite to win the NFC, or sorry, to win the Super Bowl. Let alone the fact they're 3 games back in their division. So it's kind of a market doesn't believe in the Broncos at all, and they continue to win games. All right, next up we got the Germany game. Falcons get the cover. Colts get the win, 31-25 for the Colts. They win it in overtime against the Falcons. Probably, yeah, Falcons are like a poor man's Broncos, where they're not good, but they have some moments. But the Falcons end up losing all those like close games that the Broncos end up winning. The Falcons figure out ways to lose. That's my take overall.
Yeah, I think that's Bo Nix better player of the position of quarterback than Michael Penix. So if you swap the quarterbacks, the Falcons are a legit good team, or at least they're a little bit like. I think Michael Penix is the reason this Falcons team is limited. Period. Play calling too, but I think too often, like the crazy plays that Bo Nix has made this season to kind of help when he has helped the team. I do think his highs are higher, and they both have low lows, and maybe Bo Nix's lows are lower.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I don't know, because I've bet on both these teams a bunch, and again, the Falcons did cover. Probably should have been live on the money line here to win this game, certainly. And
they were. They went to overtime. That was the bad start to my day. First, we almost get a defensive touchdown for the first touchdown. Then we almost get a Falcons defensive touchdown period, but it's the classic, like one defender swipes it from the other defender. So I had Falcons money line in a round robin. I had Falcons defensive touchdown in a round robin. And so if that happens, obviously big change of the day for me, but man, I saw there was some Daniel Jones pumpkin content circulating the internet, which made me smile a little bit. I don't think
they got the win. Yeah.
Oh no, 100%. I think in this game to me, like, epitomized it, right? He made a couple deep throws. Alec Pierce had one. Tyler Warren had a nice catch, but it was just Jonathan Taylor dominating. And if you watch that offensive line, it's like, man, there were even some plays where you're like, Steichen, what are you doing? You're running a toss play on 4th and 1. You've been pushing them down the field 4 yards a carry, easy. And so, yeah, I still don't know what to think about this game. They got the win in Germany, so you have to give them credit for that. I think after the happenings of today between the Jags and the Texans, they're kind of settling into they're almost locking up that division. And yeah, I mean, similar to Bo Nix and the Broncos, these are teams that were circling in black Sharpie and we're writing fade when playoffs start.
Yeah, no, well, yeah. I mean, I thought I was on the Falcons here plus 6.5, and my handicap was this feels a hair too high points wise. And I think I kind of nailed it of like, I was very worried about Jonathan Taylor going off, which turns out he did. And on the other side, we saw the flashes of Daniel Jones turning the ball over against the Steelers defense, which I thought would happen against the Falcons, and it did. And they weren't able to take advantage of it enough. And I mean, man, Michael Penix, it's so frustrating to watch that guy because you feel like there's so like just eye tests. You go, someone's open here. You have Bijan Robinson, you have Tyler Algier. Kyle Pitts, who I made the mistake of tossing out his over yardage on the prop show, he was wide the fuck open. Like that was the bad omen to start the show or start.
Should have hit
day.
It on the first drive, touchdown.
Oh my god,
and
it hit him right in the fucking hands.
And then later, I don't know how much you were plugged into this game, but then later, Michael Penix underthrows him by like 5 yards. So much so he beat the defender so badly that the defender was just sprinting to recover and it hit him in the back of the helmet. And I think the thing that, as I'm processing Michael Penix, I think the thing that stands out about him relative to basically his draft class is there's no mobile aspect to his game. Even Bo Nix has much more scramble ability. JJ McCarthy can move around. Caleb Williams, all these Drake May, all these guys can move a little bit. And Michael Penix just looks like lefty Kirk Cousins. It's like lawn chair. He's a modern day lawn chair. You don't see him too often.
Yeah, he had like 1 or 2 plays where he moved around, but yeah, he needed more. New York Jets get the win and the cover as they were dogs, 27-20 against the Cleveland Browns. I mean, there was to me the game was just simply the kickoff return for a touchdown, followed by the punt return for a touchdown. Other than that, it was a total shit show. But Kramer, what are your big thoughts?
Oh, game, set, match. I mean that. Well, though Dylan Gabriel should be mentioned. He had some moments where he looked good. Some of those throws, like granted, a lot of what I saw today was highlights because I was in the car for like 5 hours heading out of San Diego for some youth sports. A lot of radio consumption of. Actually, it was I put Scott Hansen on in the car and listened to his fine voice bring me down 2 hours of commercial free red zone viewing. But yeah, the Jets. This was a wild game. This was kind of another handicap. I feel like we kind of nailed. Just like they traded away their 2 best players on defense. The defense wasn't that good. They played the same, and something else happened in that locker room. Maybe it was the vote of confidence in Aaron Glenn. I don't know if you saw Sean, but they said he will not be judged on this season. And road Browns. I regret not. I know I made this a dog. I did have a paper ticket on it. Didn't make our circuit card, but I regret not locking this one up because it was just the fate of the Browns on the road as a favorite. Easy money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we did a bad job with what our actual selections were. And Beast in the chat saying it's funny. That's a Caleb Williams. We'll get to him. Comment. We'll get to Caleb in a second. Yeah, I didn't have a ton of takeaways. I mean, to me, it was as simple as Dylan Gabriel didn't deserve to be a road favorite. Now, certainly the Jets probably got fortunate with some of the special team TDs, but also Dylan Gabriel didn't look horrible. So again, take the Browns when they're at home as a dog. Don't take them as a road favorite. Saints 17, Panthers 7. We kind of hit on this when we discussed our survivor entry getting gashed. Yeah, Bryce Young just sucks. And I don't a lot of people would say, like, I don't want to take anything away from Tyler Shuck's win on the road. I'm happy to take away from Tyler Shuck's win on the road. He still also sucked. Both these teams fucking sucked. And this is the NFL. Sometimes 2 sucky teams just battle it out for who could suck more. And the Panthers showed that with their turnovers. Blocked field goal that got overturned. I believed in Rico Dowdle. He seemed to have a pulse out of anyone on either of these teams, and even he couldn't overcome this.
I knew it was a problem when they had who was it, Key or Peel, whatever. When they had him call in on Zoom. I don't know if you saw the video in the team meeting because of the 2-3 pump incident in the end zone. When they were making content based on that, it's like, okay, Panthers, that's scary. I saw the video, I think when we were flying back from Vegas, and I was like, God damn it. This is horrible. This is exactly what we need for our survivor pick. I would add that, I think when I wasn't getting updates from Red Zone, it was like, this is turning out to be the disaster situation. And then when I got to my destination and I caught up on the game, it was like, oh my God. Give Kellen Moore a little credit though. Yeah, I don't think he sheltered Tyler Shuck too much, at least, which sometimes coaches do that. I think he at least played to win the game. 100%. I mean, they're throwing the ball downfield. They allowed Chris Olave only had to make a couple plays to change the game, and he did.
Yeah, but I mean, even that first touchdown was like a 62-yard broken play. I mean, again, I don't want to. Yeah, hats off to him, but I'm not gonna.
Bryce Young or Tyler Shuck. Who are you taking right now? Start your team.
Certainly not Jackson Dart. We'll get to him later, but
wow, that had nothing to do with my question.
Well, I mean, what? Tyler Shuck's 1 win away from number of career wins of Jackson Dart.
Oh, wow. So. Yeah. And the NFL doesn't have a target on his back.
I'll take Tyler Shuck now that you say it, Ryan. He could be in the mix, offensive rookie of the year. So yeah, I'll go Tyler Shuck.
Good luck with all you're dabbling in the dark arts right now, Sean.
Miami Dolphins 30, Buffalo Bills 13. Yeah, this was just a lackadaisical Bills game. It again, like Miami tried to throw the ball away, and it wasn't even. This is all just the Bills not showing up for me. I mean, look at Tua's stat line, and yes, hats off to you, Ryan. Like, good call on the Achan, but Tua 15 of 21, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. I mean, it was Achan went loose. But a lot of that was just to me. It just felt like a profound lack of effort from the Bills. I was very surprised because they've done a good job of dominating the Dolphins, even like on the road at Miami. I was very surprised at this result of Dolphins winning outright.
Yeah, again, it nailed the handicap. It just seems like the Bills defense can be had on the ground. And with the Dolphins, it's going to be big. They're just, it's like kind of like Bijan. There's going to be big plays, and this was this is the best we've seen Achan in some time. And so, I guess if you're Big Rob and you're a Dolphins fan, you're probably feeling pretty solid. Although I don't think he was in on Mike McDaniel's. Unclear, but I think the nerds who judge play calling, Sean, they still give Mike McDaniel's high praise for his play calling. So maybe he still got it. We'll see. I think maybe Tua might still be the issue. I don't know what that team feels like it's in purgatory. Also, team not in good cap health. So I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I would imagine it will look similar.
But because I think they'll probably be starting a bunch of rookies, and I do think Mike McDaniel will still be the quarterback there. Adam Osimo pointing out Allen with the fumble and the pick and Cook with the fumble. Yeah, like they were just sloppy and kind of lazy, but they had been pretty good in that spot historically. Again, I wasn't loving the idea of laying the points with the Bills on the road, but I certainly wasn't looking to back the Dolphins. And they got up in this home dog division spot. Hey, we got more picks coming up. Of course, shout out to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Looking to get in on a sweet money line parlay, as my dad pointed out. He's a dumb parlay bettor, as he self-identified, because he always, one of those parlay legs is bound to get him. But hopefully, you're a smart parlay bettor if you like parlays, or if you don't, or you're just looking to bet sides, totals, picks, props. A bunch of good player props. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code SGPN. Score 100% bet back bonus up to $500 when you use a promo code SGPN. Terms and conditions do apply on any of the bonuses. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Who likes Vig? I don't. Get that Vig out of here. Available in a bunch of states. I'm in Wisconsin, firing up the Novig app. Use the promo code SGPN where you can spend $5, get $50 in bonus cash when you use the promo code SGPN. Picks, props, sides, totals, first TDs, get it all over on Novig when you use the promo code SGPN. Kramer, we are
shout out to Novig for first touchdown. I got a banger first touchdown price. Novig exclusive.
No, they're great at the again, it's an exchange, so you're gonna find some great prices there. Jacksonville Jaguars lose the game. I mean, I don't know. They were up. They lose 36-19. The Houston Texans get the win, obviously get the cover. We picked it where the Houston Texans were a +1 dog. And speaking of dogs, Davis Mills gets a rushing touchdown. If you didn't watch this game, it was very wild, I would say. It was. I mean, I'm trying to pull it up. And Jags were up what 23-10.
They scored 26 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. The Texans.
Yeah,
The
so
Davis Mills in that offense.
Yeah, Jags were up 29-10 officially. And to your point, Ryan, 26 unanswered points. Now, it was 29-24, second half of the fourth quarter. Davis Mills runs it in from 14 yards out. I was very surprised seeing Davis Mills run it into the end zone. And then Trevor Lawrence strip sack, losing it. So, and defensive touchdown by the Texans. They took it to the house to win 36-29, which could have been really brutal. I know there was some Jags plus 1.5 earlier in the market. Ryan, I know you love jagging off. This, you got to be feeling pretty flaccid after that performance. Where are you at with your Jags?
Well, and this is another one where I signal issues, kind of missed out at the beginning of this comeback, and next thing you know, you're like, wait, this game's still going on. Like this, it didn't enter like completely cashed for me, but it was like, there's no way the Texans can score enough points to come back here. Davis Mills looked good. Do we have a quarterback controversy? 6 yards per play to 3.9. I mean, obviously the Texans defense playing well is not that surprising, but Davis Mills and this offense playing well, like what happened? What Davis Mills beat Trayvon Walker to the edge to score a touchdown. This will be one that I think maybe we shouldn't have poo-pooed the flow chart so early, but no way to explain what happened in the fourth quarter here.
Well,
as to quote Mina Kimes, colossal fuck up.
And Ryan's referring to Mina Kimes promoting this solitaire game. ESPN's had a weird run where everyone's mad at them for the ESPN YouTube angle, which again, it's two major companies, but obviously ESPN benefits if everyone leaves YouTube and just buys ESPN's app. So if it's two companies in this crazy dispute and one company benefits greatly by the dispute, or at least has something to gain via the dispute, I side with YouTube TV here on that. But
100%.
I mean, YouTube TV is owned by Google. It's not like there's some mom and pop place, but I mean, Kramer, what else am I missing? ESPN, they want ratings for Monday Night Football, but they're saying they're buckling down and going like, fuck you, subscribe to our app only, which is their ultimate goal, right? Because all these streaming rights, you want them all coming through your own app. I get it, but YouTube TV's leverage is like, hey, if you don't sign with us, your Monday Night Football ratings are going to go down 25%. They're just white knuckling it.
I mean, they're obviously in some form of cahoots. I mean, YouTube TV links to go find the ESPN app. I mean, they're not exactly trying to kill the competition. And I think, I mean, the ESPN brass is on record as saying that their goal is to end up with a direct to consumer product and probably charge a lot more than they're charging now. And so, I mean, I don't know though. It's like they clearly didn't calculate the SEC fan very well. They clearly didn't calculate how easy it is to just go find a stream. They didn't. I think the big winner out of this whole thing, and I didn't even know, but Fubo offers like a weekly. There's a couple services that offer weekly or like weekend subscriptions for like under $10. And I think, people are going to find their ways to the competition. I think the only person that gets hurt here is the NFL fan trying to watch Monday Night Football.
No,
that's what I think.
Or the YouTube TV fan who's trying to watch us on VSiN. So that's what
do you mean?
We're joking. We're joking.
They still have YouTube TV.
No, but someone hit me up saying I cancel my YouTube TV because of ESPN. And I can't watch you guys over on VSiN. So, Ryan, even us are suffering from this.
There are other ways to watch us. First of all, second of all, you canceled the wrong service. You keep the YouTube TV. You don't cancel.
I wasn't here to lecture. I'm just here to empathize. Now,
he must not like us that much.
Mina Kimes.
Oh yeah. So I don't even know if that was an ESPN thing more than it was a Stephen A. Smith.
No, it was all ESPN. It was Stephen A. Smith, Dan Orlovsky, Mina Kimes.
Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is I started doing a little bit of research on it.
Oh yeah, I don't think
What
ESPN,
I'm saying is the entry point, I believe, was Stephen A. and his
yeah.
relationship with these people, not ESPN.
And they said to Mina Kimes, "We'll pay you $25,000 to tweet." That's a guess about this solitaire game, and she goes, "Oh, hey, it's a marketing deal." And the funniest thing is her apology.
I mean, in fairness, at least she addressed it. I don't. I mean, it's easy to kill her for a lot of things.
No,
but her saying that this was a big mistake.
Yeah,
this.
This is
read
what
the quote.
Anytime I Lockstone hit, just imagine me reading this statement. The truth is, I didn't spend any time looking into the whole thing. Well, that's not true with my locks because I do look into it, and that's 100% on me. Thought it was just typical marketing work, and I'm deeply embarrassed I didn't vet it. A colossal fuck up on my part.
Colossal fuck up is a great.
Well, it's
great phrase.
The funniest thing is that it's a solitaire for money of all the rackets and stuff online. I'd rather, there's plenty of online casinos. I'd rather play online craps or blackjack than fucking online solitaire. The fact that people are playing solitaire for money is the most degen aspect of this whole thing. And that Stephen A. Smith is promoting it is hilarious. All right. Where were we? We're talking a little bit on the Jags Texans. Yeah, not a good look, Ryan, for the Jags there. Tough one.
Horrible. I mean, arguably they win that game. They're very much in the mix for the division. They lose this game, and now it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Still, the Trevor Lawrence, like 2 to 5 plays a game. So it's too much to overcome when you don't have any receivers. And we got a great Parker Washington game.
Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns.
I mean, come on.
And they still cover the pleaser. All right. Baltimore Ravens 27, Vikings 19. JJ McCarthy, a little frisky early, but Kramer, I think this was one of your locks. I felt pretty good about it as well. Ravens getting it done on the road. I don't know. Not much to add. This was like just competitive enough. I guess the story is just the analysis of JJ McCarthy, where I thought he was fine, but he also is a young quarterback. He made a couple like really nice plays and then a lot of like forcing it where he didn't have to. Just classic young quarterback stuff where I think the book is completely out on JJ McCarthy in my mind. I would not be surprised if he ends up being a pretty high level quarterback, or I wouldn't be surprised if he flames out. I don't have a hot take on him. The Vikings defense still shows to be pretty competitive. Nice cover for them here as a road favorite, but yeah, nothing major takeaway for me either side.
Yeah, and worth noting, Ravens have by the way, Lamar just missed his rushing total. It was ridiculous. They have
we cashed it on Underdog. What did we give it out at?
Oh, really? Because the number that I bet was, I believe, 30. It was either 36 or 37.5. I think he came in right at 36.
Well, I'm looking at.
Are you sure we played the yards on Underdog?
Yeah, I'm almost 100% positive.
We didn't get cute with the attempts because he did have 9 attempts. His attempts cashed.
No, I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that the Ravens now have a 3rd straight road game next week at Cleveland. So heads up, everyone.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan. So we gave it out, and I played on Underdog. Lamar Jackson higher, 35.5 rushing yards. Came in at 36.
What a win!
So shout out to us again. Everyone tells you to shop around with the NFL sides, which is in my mind kind of nonsense. Like the NFL sides for the most part are pretty locked in. The NFL props are really what makes the difference, because 3-4 yards, if you're playing like rushing receiving yards, NFL props, again, that's honestly, it makes a shit ton of difference. So and Andrews got in the end zone. He seems to be just like a touchdown only guy. Pats get the win and the cover. They were 2.5-point dogs. They went outright 28-23. Nice win by the Pats there. I went with the Bucks here. Got down on the Bucks. I thought, coming off the bye, this would be a good spot for him. And Drake May was sailing the ball a little at times, but Vrabel is a dog. Ultimately, he had some moments where he really coached these guys up. Baker was just not that dangerous Baker that we saw earlier that just figured out ways to win. Didn't see that Baker here.
You noted this, I think, but Todd Bowles isn't that good off the bye. They didn't look at like a team like coming off their bye.
It's like all this shit where how much do you factor into this specific matchup? Overall, yeah, he's not great off the bye, but still they're at home. They need this game a lot more than the Pats. This is a massive win for the Pats. We thought there was
with the Bills losing too. My God.
Yeah. And you look at the Dre Make MVP stuff, which is kind of crazy, but I don't disagree with as far as like if the Pats are number 1 seed, Drake May is getting MVP. So yeah, tough loss for the Bucks here.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that they looked like hot ass. I mean, if you weren't watching the broadcast, there was a good solid minute conversation between Nance and Romo discussing wet balls. Romo noticed he's a little wet here, and Drake May not used to handling wet balls.
He's not putting his hand underneath it as much as he should, Chip. Look at that. And he was right though. Drake was sailing some balls there. But ultimately he kind of looked a little better than Baker.
I don't know what it is. I just maybe there's just a whole bunch of teams that are good and not great. No, but the Pats are another team that I'm not 100%. I don't know what. Maybe it has to be around down the road, but they do seem like a team that is like Drake May is going to lose the playoff game for them, which is an interesting to say about the MVP.
No, I've kind of turned the corner. Even in the playoff stuff, like Vrabel firing up the offensive line and like him getting and having an impact on this team, the defense playing better, Christian Gonzalez being out there having an impact. Yeah,
to me, if you're comparing them to like the Seahawks, for example, the Seahawks would fuck up the Pats like 10 times out of 10 right now. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
Like I don't put them on the same level, even like the Lions, or like I think maybe the NFC at the top is just stronger this year.
We got the Chicago Bears got the win 24-20, didn't get the cover.
Might have a caller, Sean.
Okay, I can't take calls, but no, good luck.
Well, what do you mean? You're gonna calls. But you're gonna. I mean, I can take the call. You're gonna hear it. I think.
Okay.
You're making a I think maybe you can't.
No, because when I try and talk or accept the Discord audio, it feeds back.
That's what I mean. Your audio's coming through on here. So if Olan, are you here? If maybe Olan fell asleep too.
Can't hear Olan.
He's not talking. I can't hear him either.
Okay.
All right. Maybe we'll if you're here, Olan, say something eventually. We'll start talking about this. Oh, here he is. Hold on. Olan, you got us? I hate Discord. Hold on. I changed the wire. Hello, Olan?
Mic check. Mic 1 2. Mic check.
Okay, I can hear Olan. Nice.
Hello, Olan.
Hello. John, you look like a sexy Dave Attell, as drunk as you are right now, dude.
Oh,
you look like your one sudden movement and biscuit gravy reference from yakking everywhere.
I will say, not to blow up someone's spot, but we did see one of our favorite members of the Circa crew really on the edge at the bar on Friday night.
Olan, congrats to your Chicago Bears. How you feeling about taking down the New York Giants?
Number one, I just want to send like good vibes to Jackson Dart. Hate to see someone going out like that. Kid's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, so he was.
Dude, it was an ugly win. You could probably make the argument that the only reason we won is because Russ came in. But this is a game that for the past 5 years, every single Bears fan knew what was going to happen. We're down by 3. We're down by 4. We're going to fuck it up. Not anymore. Caleb has blood on his fingernail paint and ice in his veins, and it is so good to watch.
It's Ryan. How does it feel to get carved up by a zesty motherfucker like Caleb Williams?
All right, Olan nailed it. I mean, this is a non-story that the Giants should have won in blowout fashion if the quarterback doesn't go out because
he opted.
Well, they left points on the they left points on the field too. Well, I don't know. The NFL called down and said, "Hey, there might have been a play earlier in the game. Let's get him back for
Jackson
a
Dart. Jackson Dart opting out of playing on the field. A lot
Who
of people
said that?
Oh, I mean,
the NFL called down with their bullshit again with the concussion protocol.
Now, a lot of people said to me, Sean, great call. You tried to tell Ryan that Jackson Dart keeps playing like this, he's going to get knocked out of the game. I would not bring that up, but what would you say to those people?
What do you mean
Ryan?
You won't bring it up? You brought it up repeatedly on social. You've been dancing on the great. You've been doing some dancing. Like I said, you're playing.
Prayers up for Jackson Dart.
Unfortunately for you, 100% of the time when you say prayers up, you do not mean anything. That means nothing. You've never said prayers up in a positive fashion. You've said prayers up for Cowboys and prayers up for Giants and maybe Jaden Daniels. So
sincere prayers.
You're dancing with the dark arts here.
Sincere prayers for Jackson Dart. I don't want to see him get knocked out of the game.
Fuck off.
I don't.
Fuck off.
But I did I not say
fuck off?
Did I not?
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
No, but did I not say he's playing recklessly and he's going to get knocked out of the game? I think he'll learn from this and he'll end up playing more conservatively, which will be good for the Giants.
Great
tout. Also, fuck off.
Okay.
I kind of get what Sean's saying with less, I guess, soulness, but it does scare you when you see guys like Jaden Daniels and Jackson Dart who have that kind of RG3 play style where it's like, yeah, they're great for 2 years and then they're out of the league because they're so.
This is completely different. One guy has had some bullshit concussion calls down from the fucking booth. The other guy is fucking up his ribs and his knees. Like, what are we talking about here?
They just don't want Jackson Dart to Crispin Wass, buddy.
No, I mean, Jackson Dart is trying to initiate contact, which is going to lead itself to more concussions. And it's not a play style that's going to last you long term in the NFL. And I would like to see him be in the NFL. I'd like to see
this is the most hilarious thing you've ever said on this show.
Thank you.
This is the most hilarious thing you've ever said.
What do you want me to say?
I'd expect nothing less. I'm just saying this is the most hilarious thing you've ever said.
I wish nothing but the best for Jackson Dart. I don't think running him in the reckless fashion that he's been having, that the Giants offense has been doing, is good for him and his play development style. Again, you want to compare him to Jalen Hurts, and I can see the positive comparisons. Jalen Hurts was way more reckless as a runner early on. He learned to slide. He learned to throw the ball away and developed as a passer and developed as a quarterback overall. I think that's a good path for Jackson Dart to take. I don't think that path's unavailable for him, but I think this is a good learning lesson for him. Again, this is his sixth start as an NFL quarterback?
Yeah, he's setting all sorts of NFL records in terms of how many touchdowns he's generating. Again, they win this game by multiple scores if he does not get hurt.
But he fumbled the ball when he was getting hurt.
That's my point. If he doesn't fumble there, they're going up 17 and he's still in the game. But no, a drive later, they call down from the booth and say, "Hey, let's check this out." I'm just saying,
if he
go ahead.
Even if he scores there, Caleb puts on the camo nail polish and goes for it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have this hypothetical, but we know where the game was. We know what Jackson Dart does when he's not being taken off the field by third-party fucking neurological specialists. And
but I'm saying, Ryan, like that's him being the lead fullback for the team and him being the franchise quarterback is not a good spot for him. He needs to learn to be able to throw it away. They shouldn't be designing 8 runs a game for him. You got to
All right.
you got to figure out
Yeah.
how to use it better.
Great call.
What do you, all right.
No, this is just, I mean, again, I get it. You do an NBA show. You've learned how softness is.
Well,
and
I
your
mean, you
pro
wanna-
NFL concussion. I mean, I wish Jackson Dart could go through a game and not get the treatment as Jalen Hurts and not get the neurological fucking specialist calling down every 2 seconds.
Jalen Hurts is
or any other quarterback. We watch every fucking quarterback get hard hit. This is crazy.
The one game Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts has lost 3 games in his last 20 games, and one of them was because he got pulled out by those same independent neurologists. So
yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, what are we talking about? We're
apply
talking
to
about
Jalen
gladiators, and it's like, let's not take them out in the moment. Let's not take them out later on. Let's take them out after a full drive goes by because someone phones down from the fucking booth. Okay.
Well, I mean, wasn't he was cleared by Cam Scadaboo. That's what I heard.
Again, making jokes about people's medical. That's fine.
I wouldn't.
Dark arts again, dancing with the dark arts.
Cam Scadaboo was the one who was joking about hopping in the tent with him. I told you he would. All right.
I mean, Jackson Dart is amazing, and if not for the NFL trying, I don't know why the NFL has it out for him. I do not know why.
How does the NFL have it out for him?
Anyway, Olan, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Real
but
quick,
not covering.
Yeah, Giants covered. That's the big win.
And also, how the fuck do you not have Jameis Winston at the backup at this point? Russ is useless.
That I will agree with.
He's so useless. He allowed this comeback to happen. No, it's true.
Quick,
it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen if you get any yards, any positive yards.
Real quick before you move on, I do want to put the Jags defense in a fucking locker. DraftKings, I entered a $5 tournament, finished 44th, won $200. If it wasn't for the Jags defense collapsing in the fourth quarter, I probably would have won about 1,000. So fuck the Jags. Other than that, go Bears. Ryan, I'm sorry. Yeah, you dudes need to learn to slide, bro. Sean, have fun with the cheese eaters tomorrow. Don't let no one get all Gouda in your ass. Peace. I'm out.
Thank you, Alon. You really got it, Ryan, angry with that last one. All right, moving on.
Got me angry with what?
No,
I mean, again, I wouldn't expect that. I mean, look at his quarterback. Of course, he wants him to slide and prance.
Zesty motherfucker. Caleb Williams made some nice throws. I was disappointed. In my mind, I still
nice call him Anunga. That was good.
I was going to get to that. That was not a good call. I don't know why they didn't give him the ball more. I think. I mean, you look at that. The way he just barreled himself into the end zone from 9 yards out. 9 yards out. They should have given Anunga way more carries. I can't speak to Ben Johnson. But maybe much like Jackson Dart, the NFL is out to get Kyle Monunga, and that's the only reason.
I mean, he was violently running at other individuals on the field. So,
are you talking about Kyle Monunga or Jackson?
Just football in general. It's very unsafe. Let's go with flags. Let's just play flag football. Sean, Sean wants flag football.
So do you want Brian Daboll back? Because it's I
don't think he's gonna. I think most people will be listening to this when Daboll's been fired.
Really? Years from now or tomorrow?
I mean, it'd be weird if someone was listening years from now.
No, people go back and listen to old episodes. But why fire Daboll now? It's business as usual. Isn't this what Brian Daboll kind of does, right?
Are you asking that? Who are you asking? You asking the listener?
Asking, well, you haven't called for the firing of Brian Daboll.
Have you not listened to the podcast in the last 3 weeks? I've said they're all fired.
You said
they're all fired. They should be, but they're not going to fire Shane. I've been saying.
You've never said I want Brian Daboll fired. You haven't said.
We had this conversation. No, you just don't listen to the podcast.
No, you said they're all fired. So why do I care? That's what you said.
No, I said that Brian Daboll is fired. It's done. Okay. You can't allow this to continue to happen and not be fired. Period.
So you're not calling for the firing. You're just saying it's already happened.
I just said Daboll is fired.
But do you, Ryan Kramer?
Yes. How are you? What are you talking about?
But what do you mean?
What?
I've said, do you want Brian Daboll fired? And you said he's fired. You've
Ask the
said that
chat
for
if
like
I've
the
said
last-
that. Ask the chat if I said I think Daboll should be fired. We've had this conversation multiple times. I've 100% said
fired.
Okay. I've said he's fired. He should be fired. I feel he should be fired. I think he should be fired.
Okay.
Yeah, but this has happened for multiple weeks now. Just so we're on the same page. I know you don't always listen.
No, I do listen. I've heard you said he's fired and then he's not fired. And I haven't heard you been annoyed that he's not fired. I haven't heard that.
Where have you been? I said that Jackson Dart is fine. He'll be fine with any other coach.
Yeah.
They don't need Daboll. I don't know how other. I've said it many, many ways.
Okay. Yes, you've said. No, I'm not disagreeing with you saying that.
And your precious chat's agreeing with me. So go be with your people.
Okay.
Go be with your people. Well, they are.
Look, right.
You love the chat.
You're angry at me.
Not angry at you.
I'm not the independent neurologist.
I'm embarrassed for you with your behavior, but
what are you embarrassed about me?
You're hanging out with mouth breathers.
Are you talking about Packers fans? You're throwing them under the bus?
No, you're congregating with mouth breathers. So you're feeling bold and you're dancing with the dark arts. Enjoying injury.
No, okay. I'm not enjoying. Okay. I want to see.
Okay.
But I did say
prayers up to your Eagles tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. We did have the conversation last week about his reckless play style was going to lead him to be knocked out of the game.
He's playing football.
He got knocked out of the game.
He didn't get knocked out of the game. They called down from the fucking doctor's perch
because he was unconscious.
He wasn't unconscious. Watch the game. I know you didn't watch all the games.
I did. I watched it. I was on a United flight. Shout out to United. They did a great job with the streaming. I could watch Red Zone, YouTube TV. It was actually really good, their Wi-Fi. Seattle Seahawks get the win. The cover 44-22 against the Cards. I mean, couple defensive touchdowns. This thing was just cooked. I thought Arizona's defense was going to be able to keep this game completely wrong. Yeah, nothing else to say. I've totally underestimated the Seahawks team, but they've looked really good.
I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence scoring 2 touchdowns himself as a defensive player. I don't know if I would throw the first I don't know if I would blame the defense of the Cardinals. To me, this was the offense of the Cardinals they put him in a spot where they were never going to win the game. You can't give up 14 points to the other team. That seemed like I would blame first. Yeah, I mean, getting excited about Brissett after the Cowboys game was probably a bad call. He didn't look horrible the whole time, but the bad plays were just so bad. Yeah. And
in my defense, it was someone who was on the Cardinals. I didn't go, oh, he carved up the Cowboys. He's going to carve up the Seahawks. It was just, I thought he was slightly better than Kyler Murray. And I thought this defense that shut down the Cowboys on the road was going to be competent. Now, I was wrong on both those, but I didn't think he was going to carve them up. And hats off to Seattle, man.
Seattle might be really good.
Yeah.
Although Sam Darnold still was. I mean, the reason the Cardinals were making
Darnold turnovers.
That's the thing, though. They won in spite of all that shit. I mean, so I guess you could say the turnovers got washed out by the 2 defensive touchdowns, which once again, not on the team that scores multiple defensive touchdowns. How I missed that. Very annoying.
I mean, again, I'm looking at it right now, and the Cardinals won the turnover battle, which is insane. It sounds crazy, Ryan, but we're seeing Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. To me, I'm worried they're going to be the Sam Darnold Minnesota Vikings of last year.
The nightmare scenario is that all these idiots who don't watch anyone but the Giants are like drumming up this support to hire Clint Kubiak.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's nothing I believe in less than this. I think this offense will eventually erode, But I do think I'm willing to give Sam. Forget the turnovers, like this. The floor of Sam Darnold is still there, but he is throwing the ball down the field like a fucking boss.
It's not sustainable. Seahawks.
I actually think that's more sustainable than the rest of the Seahawks.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to break down because of Sam Darnold. I think they're going to break down because everything else is going so well for them.
I just think those turnovers are going to get to them eventually.
Well, that's the playoff fade. That's the single game variance.
Lions 44, Commanders 22. Basically just played the Commanders +8, close your eyes special. Didn't get home, but close your eyes special has been good so far this year. Lions off a loss ultimately was the bigger reason to take this game. And if you're on Lions, hats off to you. They boat race the Commanders as you would expect. Kind of a just chalk outcome. And yeah, the Lions are still really good. Commanders defense horrific. It's impressive that the Commanders, even with like the market adjusting, they're still this bad ATS.
Also the fact that we had 2 22 games.
Yeah, back to back
on the same day in the same window. I saw some fodder about how the sharps were upset that if you had just parlayed the favorites and the overs in the 3-game late window, you would have crushed. And funny enough, this is the second time the Commanders have lost 44-22. Close your eyes special on the season, Sean, is 8-2 ATS when not featuring the Commanders.
Yeah, they're 0-2 with the Commanders, which is really annoying. But again, it's a historical trend. So much like hitting 16 against the dealer king, you can't think, oh, hey, it's also gonna lose 40% of the time. And clearly that was the case here. And the Lions are still pretty good. Rams 42, 49ers 26. Lock that hit for me. Feel pretty good about this. Good spot by the Rams. This 49ers team just the 49ers fading them off a win. ATS has just been really strong, and I don't know what else to add. Like this 49ers team's really hit a wall. Rams are just a machine. I'm super glad that the Eagles got that win against them with the blocked field goal. Again, returning it for a touchdown ultimately didn't matter, but that win against the Rams, I think, could come down the line to be impactful when we're talking number 1 seed. So we'll see, because this Rams team seems super unstoppable.
I feel like there were a couple of moments in the game where it got interesting, but man, yeah. I mean, they're protecting Stafford. He's like Devontae Adams, as he has been in his career, is turning out to be a real problem, especially in the red zone. Puka is still there. Kyron Williams, big game. I got to just pull the trigger on some of these chalk touchdown bets sometimes, because it's so obvious. Like when they run Blake Corum the week before, it's like, oh yeah, they're just gonna load up on Kyron Williams this week. Yeah, I don't know. Good revenge spot. Good on the Rams. Rams clearly good. If they can stay healthy, they don't seem fraudulent. They seem like a team that's going to be bringing some business.
They're going to be a tough out. And last game of the slate, Sunday night football. Kramer, again, also like the close your eyes special. We love Tomlin as a dog. Unfortunately for Tomlin, dog backers, huge whiff here. 25-10. The Chargers get the win and the cover. I guess I don't want to. I mean, I guess this is a nice win for the Chargers, but it's also just these. I'm still pretty suspect of this Chargers team. So if I'm watching this, and again, if anything, I downgrade the Steelers a little bit here, but I don't upgrade the Chargers. I'm still kind of a little worried about this Chargers team, especially with no Joe Alt, but hats off to him. This was a nice win. Ladd had a couple huge plays for them, which ended up being the difference maker. I did not see that coming. Well, it kind of a weird all over the place game. What do you make?
Well, it was weird in the first half when there weren't points. I think everyone expected there to be points, and then the big plays from Ladd. If you told me there were going to be big plays in this game, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. Thought the game plan for the Chargers was just way far superior to that of the Packers.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that Aaron Rodgers looked confused by the like in my handicap was I thought Aaron Rodgers would be able to identify the defense and just continually hit the tight ends for the short stuff. Did not look like that at all. They couldn't run the ball. The safety was an omen. Like when that play happened, it's like, oh, when Khalil Mack is just like planting Aaron Rodgers in the end zone and he almost lost the ball for a touchdown. It's like, all right, this is going to be a difficult game. But then there were a couple freestyle plays to DK Metcalf that he just missed, and it's like, oh boy. But yeah,
I mean, he had that touchdown.
The running game was the problem. The Steelers, Arthur Smith has never had a good offense where he couldn't run the ball, and they are struggling to run the ball.
Yeah,
Caleb Johnson sucking is very surprising to me.
Hats off to the Chargers defense. Good. That is probably the most interesting aspect for me. Still skeptical of the Chargers with this offensive line. I just don't think it's sustainable. But and yeah, the Steelers are the Steelers. It was funny because my dad was trying to like talk up Aaron Rodgers randomly, and everyone else was like, "This guy sucks," and then he's texting, and then of course Steelers money line was the last leg of his parlay, and it was he regretted.
Oh no,
he regretted.
Oh no, he made it a Sunday night, and no.
Well, he had Lions money line. That was obvious. He had some other.
Wow. Putting himself out there. Huh?
He had Bears money line, as he said. Obviously, Giants were going to lose.
Wow.
And he was right.
Okay, so that's why the parlay lost.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, the independent
Apple doesn't. Oh, come on! The apple doesn't fall far from the tree when it comes to participating in the dark arts in the Green household.
Oh, the independent neurologist couldn't clear his parlay. All right, Kramer, we're going to talk about some Monday night props. Of course, if you're looking for some Monday night picks and or props, head over to Rhythm. Download the Rhythm app. If you haven't downloaded the Rhythm app, what are you waiting for? Download the Rhythm app today. Use our promo code SGPN25. We can start building your own models or just tailing their models. They've done a great job. Continue to crush it. Use the promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off when you download the Rhythm app today. Of course, RITHMM, promo code SGPN25. Kramer, let's talk some NFL picks and props on Monday Night Football. I'll start first. Gave this out on the VSiN show. I'm going to toss it out here again. Dallas Goedert gets in the end zone. His anytime touchdown price is plus 220. He's leading the league in touchdowns by a tight end with 7. He's had 6 touchdowns. He's had 7 red zone targets. He's caught all 7. The Packers, most receptions allowed per game to the tight end position. Really, for me, it's like they've have a subset of plays that aren't the tush push, that aren't handoffs to Saquon Barkley inside of the 5 that feature Dallas Goedert that are high percentage. So for me at plus 220, I think this is a really good price. So yeah, give me Goedert anytime touchdown plus 220.
All right. Why is Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown plus 110?
Well, because he hasn't
3 out of the last 4 games he's not scored.
Yeah.
Actually, 4 out of the last 5 he's not scored. He's also I'll double dip right here. I'm also doing the Jalen Hurts rushing yards, 27.5. Both of these are ridiculously low. He's gone under this number in those last 5 games. He's only gone over the rushing number once. And that was against the Bucks. And he's only found the end zone one time in 5 weeks. As they say, that's fine. Look at the weather. It's going to be a cold ass game. Well, 100%. I do not anticipate there to be a ton of passing yardage. I saw we were discussing it on the VSiN show with the Opta AI projection to only have like 250 yards, but the total is like what 209. I tend to think that this, and I think there's to me the Eagles imposing some sort of will on both sides of the ball and making it difficult, kind of choking the game out, and a lot of groundwork. I think. So yeah, Hurts to score a touchdown, Hurts to go over 27.5 rushing yards. His attempts, Sean, is 8.5 minus 140 to the over. You're telling me if he gets 9 attempts, he's not getting 28 yards? Hopefully we don't lose on the kneel down or something, but I'm doing both of those.
Yeah, I don't have it on my card. Well, I do have it on my card with the Degen, the Hurts in the end zone, but Yeah, Hurts runs when he needs to run, so you look at those last couple games post like the Giants loss. They threw a ton against the Vikings, didn't really need to, had some great shots downfield, and then another win against the Giants where they didn't really. Again, he threw for 7 touchdowns in those past couple games, so he didn't really need to do as much with his legs, but he's not afraid to. He doesn't care. He doesn't have an ego about it. Again, that's why Jalen Hurts is awesome. That's why that's why Jalen Hurts has the same number of Super Bowl wins as let's see, as guys. Well, I was going to say Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, same number of Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl MVPs, is because he doesn't thrive on, oh, I gotta win it all with my arm. He'll do whatever it takes to win. So I like where your head's at. I think if you think it's a competitive game, that certainly leads itself more to the Hurts running. I'll go with in the receiving yards. Give me Devonta Smith over 52.5 receiving yards. He's just a huge part of this offense. You can take some deep shots against this Packers secondary. I think it's going to be there. Now we get AJ Brown back. Whether AJ Brown's on the field or not, Devonta has smashed these numbers past few weeks. So 52.5 feels way too short. Devonta Smith over 52.5 receiving yards. Kramer.
So it seems at minimum that Josh Jacobs has been dealing with some stuff. His attempts total is up to 18.5. And again, I think he probably only gets there if they're dominating the Eagles. And even in that case, I would imagine they're going to try to get Emmanuel Wilson out there. You look at what Josh Jacobs has done over his, and honestly, the entire season, he's only gone over this number twice. But you look at the last 4 games, he's not touched this number, and they won some of those games, not in convincing fashion. So I think unless the Packers plan on blowing out the Eagles, and doing so quickly, I feel like Josh Jacobs is going to share enough of the load with Emmanuel Wilson that this feels like an absolute lock. Like, we might have to put some serious stake on this, because I don't know where they're coming up with this 18.5 rush attempts number under for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, no, shout out to the chat. Let's see if I can pull this up again.
What's the chat up to?
They were sorry if I missed it. I know Dick. Oh, here we go. Dick Puncher was P Dizzle in the chat saying Luke Musgrave over 30.5 receiving yards. Yeah, I don't hate that even as an Eagles backer. Obviously, Luke Musgrave stepping in, getting 31 receiving yards. The counter is just, what do we expect of these Packers pass catchers, right? Like, no Tucker Kraft. I think it just throws everything up for grabs. So if you're projecting X amount role of Tucker Kraft or of Luke Musgrave to take over for Tucker Kraft, it just doesn't feel like a defined role. Now, certainly 30.5 seems pretty reasonable against the Eagles defense, but
well, it's not only that, they're also what is it? Wicks. Yeah, so they have multiple Golden, Wicks, and Williams all banged up and game-ish time decisions. So the idea and Josh Jacobs, although not officially banged up, they've clearly been managing his load as if maybe he's dealing with something. And so, yeah, I mean, you factor that in. It's like, who's the healthy guy that could potentially consolidate all the workload on?
Packers are great at managing loads. All right. Jordan Love interception, Ryan. You're getting this right now at plus 125. That to me seems like a market misprice. We've seen these throws off his back foot. The Eagles are going to get some turnovers, and I think they're going to be able to intercept some Jordan Love passes. The stuff he got away with against the Steelers, he's not going to be able to get away with against this Eagles team. And you look at this Eagles pass rush. We haven't talked about Nolan Smith coming back from IR, Brandon Graham coming back from retirement, Jalen Phillips coming to the team on top of already a really good defensive line. I think we're going to be able to get a ton of pressure on Jordan Love, and he's going to be able to create a mistake. So Jordan Love at plus money INT. Let's go, baby.
Did you? I saw Jalen Phillips sack price was plus one. I was looking at it because I think that'd be interesting. Plus, it's only plus 146. I'm also on the Jordan Love
again.
INT.
I like Jalen Phillips. I'm not trying to talk you out of a winner, but
I'm not playing. I thought it was short.
I would agree. It was what I'm getting at, because who knows what the role is going to be between him, Brandon Graham. I mean, the Eagles, Jalen Hunt has been playing well. Josh Uche has been playing okay. So they might not be in dying to rotate them in. Sure, Jalen Phillips could get in, but it might only be a half sack. Jalen Phillips might only play 15 snaps. So I think at plus 150, 140, that's crazy. Honestly, if you're looking to play a sack prop for the Eagles, play the Jalen Hunt sack ladder, because I think if anyone feels the pressure of them bringing in a guy like Jalen Phillips that Vic Fangio already coached, and Vic also likes Jalen Hunt, and Jalen Hunt has been playing really well, kind of under the radar. I think Jalen Hunt is going to feel super motivated to hang on to his job as a pass rusher between Jalen Phillips and Brandon Graham coming onto the team. And he was kind of like the lead dog as far as edge rushers going into this. So I would rather play a Jalen Hunt sack prop than Jalen Phillips. Jalen Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, certainly they didn't think he was much of a big dog if they had to bring Brandon Graham back. That would be my take on that. So yeah, to your point, maybe there's a chip there.
Yeah, and probably you're right, but also like Brandon brings a ton to the locker room, and I think
I think that's what they were missing maybe in the defensive line room.
Could be, yeah, and the Eagles like rotating edge pass rushers. I mean, look at what our buddy Chris Long, like, was he out there for a ton of snaps on their run in 2017? Like, no, he was playing, I don't know off the top of my head, but he was just like a situational pass rusher. Like, he's playing, I think Brandon Graham's going to have that role, and even like slightly shorter pass rushes. But yeah, we'll see. Again, that's why I'm agreeing with you and saying I would not be playing Jalen Phillips sack props.
So in the 2017 Super Bowl run, Chris Long played 48% of the snaps.
Now, is that in the playoffs as well?
That's just for the full season.
Because I felt like he was slightly down in the playoffs, but yeah, 48%. Yeah, I guess I would certainly. Brandon Graham's not going to be playing that, so I would be surprised. Brandon Graham in my mind is going to play like 15 to 25% of the snaps, and Jalen Phillips, I think they want him obviously to be out there a ton. You give up a 3rd round pick for him, but I don't think it's going to start out like that. So, shout out to the chat, hanging out with us late night, cracking some cocktails. I see our buddy Shark. I see our buddy Dick Puncher again, who is not talking too much trash, friendly, pushing back on some of the narratives. The pro Eagles narrative is at least,
he's probably shirtless, holding his erect cheese dagger.
I saw a video online, Ryan, and I thought of Dick Puncher. I didn't send it to him, but there was a guy. It was a casino video where he had Dick Puncher. We've seen his videos. Instead of the Hulk hand, it's a cheese hand. But there was a guy who was playing blackjack, and it was like a casino video, and he had the Hulk hand, and it was so, which is very fun, like to hit at a blackjack table with the Hulk hand, doing the Hulk smash.
I feel like that would piss him off.
Well, it was very funny because it was a classic situation where you had to hit. It was a 16 against a 10, and he did the Hulk hand, and then he got the face card and just busted out. There's something funny about someone smashing the Hulk hand and then getting their ass.
I just could see the dealer wherever they are not finding the humor in the matter, I guess.
Yeah, I think the video may have been set up, but probably they don't like you joking around there.
No jokes.
All right, Ryan, little underdog entry for me. It's very simple. Higher Jalen Hurts rushing, receiving TD. Of course, go to Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN, $5. You got $5 kicking around. You get $100 of bonus funds when you use our promo code SGPN. Of course, in the Underdog Pick'em, you can win up to $5,000. Oh my God! When you use our promo code SGPN. So that's my contribution. Ryan, what are you tossing in here?
I like that. Stealing one of my props for your contribution. Me added
Okay.
into the kitty. I do have.
Do you want to do?
No, that's fine.
We can do Jordan
I like
Love.
it, so I'm not arguing.
Why don't we just do Jordan Love, higher a half interception? And
I like the Josh Jacobs rush attempts better.
Okay, Josh Jacobs lower. What was it? 16 and a half?
18 and a half.
18 and a half rushing attempts.
He hasn't hit this number in a month.
Josh Jacobs lower 18 and a half rushing attempts. Jalen Hurts higher anytime TD. Get that over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. Put that in there. $100 entry returns you more than $300. I can't quite calculate it here. I've been drinking all day. Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. Kramer, first TDs and a Degen parlay.
It's actually, I think, exactly 300. All right.
Beautiful.
First touchdown. Sean Novig has Jalen Hurts 8-1. So
okay, that's for me. I'll step in. I have one first touchdown play. It's Jalen Hurts. The Green Bay Packers were the team that voted they were the one. Now maybe the NFL set them up, but they were the ones that got the whole anti-tush push legislation. Much like the legislation, Jalen Hurts still shoved it in, got it in. I'm only playing one first touchdown bet for this game. Jalen Hurts, find the best price. I'm calling. If Novig has it at 8-1,
Novig has it at 8-1.
Let's go.
And then, so I'm half unit, although I am going to do a half unit on Jalen Hurts. I like that narrative. Although the reporting did come out that the NFL asked the Packers essentially to do it because they don't have.
You think Jalen Hurts reads that reporting, right?
According to what you tell me, he doesn't read anything. He just lives in like a soulful box, unaware of what's going on around him, and just worried about winning games.
Well, whatever works.
I don't think, based on what I've heard Jalen Hurts say and speak about, I don't think he would find that as an attack on him. That would be my thought on that. Like if he has other things he's chipping up on, it's not the tush push.
But I would say that the organization sending Jason Kelce to the league meeting to combat that's
ridiculous as well.
Oh, how so?
Oh, just like the idea that like Jason Kelce is an expert witness at the trial of the tush push. That whole thing is ridiculous.
What? How would he?
I'm saying the whole thing is ridiculous. Like Jason Kelce doing a performance about why the tush push is football and football is the tush push is just all ridiculous. And I think this is something that Eagles fans want to be more real than actually probably is. That would be my guess. Now when they run the tush push, you're going to be like, see, I was right. And it's like, well, they generally run that play around the red zone or around the goal line. So I think it's unrelated. I also like Jalen Hurts to score the first touchdown.
It's a good narrative.
I like the narrative. I just think it's like a little bit fan fiction for the fans because they hate the Packers because of it. And then on the Packers side, and I considered going only quarter on Jalen Hurts, but it's just 8-1. I got to go half unit because Sean, just so maybe you'll tell me this is dumb, but considering the work he has gotten lately, Tank Bigsby being 100-1 on a cold field with Saquon coming off a groin injury does seem like something that should be investigated.
Wait, Tank is 100-1.
Tank is 100-1 at the Blue Book.
All right, I'm adding Tank.
Are you adding?
Well, because he returns kicks. I didn't even look that up. So small sprinkle on Tank.
Colossal fuck up on your part, Sean.
Well, Ryan, that was rude.
No, not looking into Tank Bigsby. Could have been a great marketing opportunity.
All right, I'm getting rid of Tank Bigsby. Just Jalen Hurts.
Oh dear God! If Tank Bigsby hits that first touchdown at 100-1, Maybe I should put it on my card now, just because of this discourse.
I thought that's why you were putting it out there.
I was throwing it out. You know what? I'll put it on there.
Oh wow. Okay, so clarify your card because I'm kind of confused here.
Okay. Well, it's pretty simple because it's Jalen Hurts, the play that you stole from me on the anytime market.
Okay.
He goes with Tank Bigsby, who's 100-1. Shout out to the Blue Book. And then we're going for the Packers. Luke Musgrave, 18-1. Emmanuel Wilson, 18-1. Again, there's something more to the Josh Jacobs story. I don't know if he's actually like. I don't know if it's that they're hiding something because he's not on the injury report, but there certainly seems like he's not 100%. So that's the play. Musgrave, I don't know, just a shot in the dark, like we were talking about earlier. All the receivers are banged up. It seems like so it's either going to be a boring ass like Romeo Dobbs situation, or maybe Musgrave finally steps up.
All right, I will go back to Tank Bigsby, 100-1. Adding that, but Jalen Hurts is the main play. Small sprinkle on Tank Bigsby at 100-1. That's crazy.
That's like a no touchdown sprinkle.
Well, because they also have him return kicks. So,
but also Barkley's coming off of a groin. So it's cold. Like the idea that there's something that causes him to have to leave the game isn't crazy. Now the concern would be Shipley. He's also 100-1. Worth noting.
Yeah, it seems like the Bigsby's. Yeah,
AJ Dillon also 100-1. We want to keep playing this game. That's all I got.
Yeah, Tank's the most interesting one of those, honestly. And I think Barkley's not in the injury report, so I think he's pretty good to go. So Tank is the fun sprinkle there.
Not saying Barkley's injured. I'm saying he recently had a groin thing, and it's a very cold game where soft tissue stuff is very vulnerable.
For my Degen only play, give me Jalen Hurts 2 touchdowns, Dallas Goedert 2 touchdowns, classic 2x4. You can price that around 250-1. I think Dallas Goedert getting involved near the red zone. He's had multiple 2 touchdown games already so far this season. Jalen Hurts having a 2 touchdown game is not crazy. The Eagles having 4 touchdowns, 2 of which are Jalen Hurts, 2 of which are Dallas Goedert at 250-1. Sign me up. Kramer, what do you got for a Degen play?
Well, so you think it's going to be a higher scoring game?
What's the latest total at?
45.5.
I'm going to call it 31-17 Eagles. So just over, but not. I don't think there's going to be a shit ton of points.
I'm just gonna. This is a little bit simpler than yours, but it's Hurts to score 2 touchdowns and have the most rushing yards in the game. Pays 51-1.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Yeah, and I'm not spoiling too much touchdown anti-correlation. Thought about also throwing in an Eagles alt line into this as well.
Oh, so what if you had to predict a score? What do you have it, Ryan?
I don't know. It feels like it's going to be one of those games that's like 24-17, something like that.
Yeah. 24-17 is also on my list. Maybe I make it 28-17 simply because that allows for me to get my 4 touchdowns. But yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's not I'm playing around with throwing in like the throwing in the alt numbers doesn't do enough for me. So I'm just Hurts 2 touchdowns and to have the most rushing yards in the game. Which, by the way, if you want to play the most rushing yards by itself, it is 17-1.
Hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's been games where Barkley, except for these last couple, has really struggled. So Hurts being the leading rusher with like 65 rushing yards is not crazy. So yeah, if you see that game flow, that's a certainly good price. Shout out to Dick Puncher checking in. He said he thinks it's going to be higher scoring as a Packers insider. He has it 34-31, of course, incorrectly on the Packers, but I'm going to stick with my 28-17 Eagles. Ryan, what do we
I think if it's higher scoring, it's going to be there's like a defensive touchdown or something crazy happen. Special teams, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Goddard and Hurts TDs are the TDs I like. Those are great, nice TDs. When we're let's see, no show tomorrow after Monday Night Football, right, Ryan? Or what are you doing? Are you
so we're no show. So got Sean will be at the game. I got some stuff going on. We'll be back Tuesday night for college football normal time with Colby, and then Wednesday doubleheader. Thursday night props in the morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, picks at night, and then doubleheader on Thursday too with college basketball. 10 a.m. on Thursday seems to be settling into the schedule. So, and I've gotten some feedback that, so this person must have just found the show or something, but quote, fucking rad that you guys cover college basketball in November. So I agree.
Yes.
And we got off to a hot start there too.
Yeah, a lot of wins over on the end. We'll talk about in the college football show, but we went 7-0 on our college football contest card, Brian. So
how did that feel?
Pretty awesome. I think we're like top 50 right now with that.
Did you look it up?
Someone tweeted at me, our buddy Macero, who's also, I think, similar. His mind was blown by our 5 pushes in the contest, but he's also Chris Macero, also a very sharp handicapper. Follow him on X. I think he went 6-1. He was very excited about his results, and he was saying, I think we're now tied or something. But the ties, I don't know. We're going to be in the top 5 or 10% going in these last few weeks.
We're tied for 62nd.
Okay.
Place.
So what does that mean?
We have 43.5 points. We're 41, 31, and 5. Now we're no longer leading the contest in pushes. We're actually tied with Playa in Vegas, also 5 pushes. But it is you just again like the fact that we have 5 pushes is remarkable. So 43.5 points. First place has 52.5 points, but top 10 get paid, and the cash line right now is 48. So we're only 4.5 points of the cash line. 7 points available every week.
How many more weeks left?
That's a great question. In my head, I was like, when you said we're almost to the end, it's like, well, shit, we actually are. Like, what do we have? 4? I don't know if they don't have like a nice schedule, but I think there's 4 weeks in the contest list. Like, I could be wrong.
Well, tune in Tuesday night, 8:30 Pacific. We'll be getting back into the college streets. Appreciate everyone tuning in live. Smash that subscribe button, tossing us a bone. College basketball is live. Make sure to check out the college basketball experience as well as the college football experience. And of course, Monday Night Football. Check me out on X at Gambling Podcast. I'll tweet out some live, a bunch of stuff from the Lambeau, doing the Eagles tailgate there Monday. And again, if you're going to the game, hit me up. Always down to say what's up. And of course, as always, for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean Second Money Green. It's Ryan Real Money Kramer.
Real quick update. Contest goes through November 29th. So we have 3 weekends left. Let's fucking go. All right.
Kramer. I think I did it Kramer twice.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of cocktails. Let it ride.